All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, AT Gator.
Check 53 is mine. Defense wins championships, baby.
Steve Griffin.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. Target.
Fire.
From the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 46. The first carry now. This is Hill. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the carry, it's Hill. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
In your face.
Go. Ready.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Oh, and now some space to operate. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Double dog, that's the way.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Back to throw. Lawrence. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what...
It's a foot race. He's at the 30. The 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Set 50, plant.
Mike, let's get the ball.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
I mean,
that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
I'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go.
On first down, it's Darnold. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football. And guess what? I'd throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Caught! It's the tight end, Kelce. He's got a Jets touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Jets 14, Jaguars 0.
Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Jaguars 0.
Down. 60 or. Gone.
Check nickel.
To throw on 2nd down. Lawrence looking middle, and it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Lawrence And that will be incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Watch out for Hill on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right? Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. But Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
Ready.
53 is the mark.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey. Shoot.
The 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going with Armstead, a 1st down carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Game situation. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Elliott. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Jaguars on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
From the gun, Lawrence. And it's complete. Henry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Switch. Check three.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. That's a jet sweep. They get it to Foster. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 4 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hubbard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets will extend their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Yeah.
Slam.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the 30-yard line.
Second and 6. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Protein spill.
From the gun, Lawrence. Open man is Westbrook, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Hey!
Let's go.
2nd and 14. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, 4 down.
Back to throw, Darnold. This is Bell on the dump off. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got his man, Boyd. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Darnold now nearly perfect, 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. And Anderson's got it. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And the Jets first down.
Darnold now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Darnold to throw again. He completes it to Boyd. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
First down, Jets.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
Come on, fellas.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Kill, 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 kill. Hey, turn it up.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Wide, get wide. Hey, check 24.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike spoke forward. Watch the run.
Darnold now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
50's the mic. Hey, watch the ball.
Darnold steps away to his left. It's Kelsey on the ground. A gain of 37. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Mike, 44 Mike. Check, check. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Now it's Darnold. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Jets 31, Jaguars 7.
Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Let's go. 30 base.
Check 53. Here we go, here we go.
Get it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Last stop. Last stop.
It's a gain of 5. 3rd and 10.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Look, squeeze.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd and Baltimore. And it's a big-time advantage for the Browns. They just scored again, pouring it on. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
1st down, and it's Hill again. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is Bell. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
44 Mike. Check. Hey, let's get that ball, team. Let's get that ball.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They go play action here on first down, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
80 weapons.
Man, I got you. Check safety, check safety.
Throwing again. Lawrence. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Hunter Henry. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Yeah, they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A play fake, and it's Darnold. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Darnold. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. That'll be taken in by Anderson. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Bell running on first down as he'll push forward for about 3. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Darnold. They set up the screen to Hill. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. The Jets on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Darnold from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
You draw quarters.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it'll bring up third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Fielded at the 33. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. You know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jets on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Check it.
Now Darnold. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 22. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On first down, Hill. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, New York.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Red 80. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
And once again, Hill, he's been busy. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 6. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6.
You think you gonna get this? Get it.
From the gun, Lawrence. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake. Lawrence. This one complete to Ingram. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. On 1st down, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Myles Jack there to make the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Darnold on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
And they will take a knee here.
Darnold on the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for New York. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.